Hey everyone, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. On the last episode, honestly, things are getting wild right now. So, we've had warnings now of Monika about Yuri. We know Yuri now is self-harming, and she's very, very excited around us, like, overly so. And we keep hearing, like, what feels like an inner, like, thought being, like, I don't know, gushing out of them as, like, these black text things, where some stuff is pretty, like, dark and disturbing. Also, kind of weirdly, I feel like the characters know, like, there's a game going on, and the game itself is another character. I don't quite know how to express this, but, like, at the end of the last part, Monika was trying to talk to us about something, and then literally there was a text just saying, no, not yet. And then she was like, no, wait, please come back. And now we're here at Poetry Corner again, so without further ado, we're going to write a poem. Usual reminder, if you're a child or someone that's easily disturbed, not recommending watching this video. You know, there's a lot of stuff about, like, suicide, self-harm, and so on. So it's probably not appropriate. Anyway, let's write a poem. And I think recently we've had a lot of, like, you know, thought-provoking poems. I think we want to do an abstract poem this time. So we're going to say, games in a starscape, unrestrained, chocolate, vacation, with uncanny, horror. Why is that moving in the bottom left? Promise. Electricity. Fester. Dark. Entropy. That is effulgence. An inferno. My number appears to be very off here, by the way. Anxiety. Why every time do I click on, like, a depression thing, I get, like, a little click? Wrath. Anger. Okay, there's a new game in this, and I think I'm meant to be picking... Well, maybe I'm not meant to be picking the nice answers, but... Cry. Sayori. Hi, Andalono. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monika! I told you not to. Ugh. Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Me? Nothing. Is it really that bad? See, it is something. I'll get over it. It's not even anything noteworthy. I've just been feeling a little on edge today. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it. Well, I just feel like I need to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Well, Andalona just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Hahaha. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival and... Right. I forgot. About that, Natsuki. We were all talking yesterday and... Well, we decided that we would like to support the festival as well. However, I understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think we all kind of feel that way. So as long as we're working together, this club will never become something we don't want. Also, if you help us out with the festival, then I'll buy you a new manga. Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little bit more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member won't hurt, as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl will be nice this time. But more importantly, I would hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. I'm a pro, you know. So I'm going to help out too, and we'll make sure this is done right. Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Monika? Monika? Yeah, that's wonderful. It wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyway, Andalono, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we could... We already have plans for today. Ah, is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Andalono is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gotten into literature, Monika? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes. Did I just say yes, die? Yuri? Thank you for understanding, Monika. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I'm getting deja vu right now. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in the teacher's desk and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That okay? You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for the misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Okay. Oh, the music dimmed down because I'm outside the classroom. Nice. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be by the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. Ha, 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 ha. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Kya? Okay. Wait. How did I... Sorry, I just had really weird deja vu. Yeah, no kidding, Yuri. This hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head has been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it hasn't really been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird just after we started spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them. But expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least, that's what I've discovered. when I was a bit younger, I think I would come on really strongly and get a little too intense. It made people not want to be around me. So I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies. And the way I couldn't control myself when I get too excited about something. So, I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. If nobody could ever like me for the things that matter most to me, then it's just easier if I close myself off. But recently, something's been wrong. I don't know what it is, but every time we come to the club, my heart starts to go crazy. Like it's going to rip out of my chest. It overwhelms me with the energy and emotions I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. Andalono. Is it just me? Or has Monika been acting a little off lately? She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club. But recently, I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. Yuri, I don't like your wordplay right now. I'm not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't say anything before because she was always listening. But finally, we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. I just want to stay here. Just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends. And then we'll have the club room all to ourselves. Nobody to interfere with our reading time. Nobody to make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat. Ha 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 ha. That was a joke. Just a joke. I do like knives though. It sounds strange, but you wouldn't understand if you've never seen how beautiful they can be. Who am I seeing in the background, by the way? Is it Monika? I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. I've gotten them all from various artisans. I make sure to give them all their fair share of use. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. And that's why I'm so happy you joined the Literature Club, Andalono. Now, we don't need to be lonely anymore. Because we have each other. Every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the Literature Club. There's no need for us to be around Monika's slimy tongue anymore. Not to mention the other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day after school. And read together. Eat together. Sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why you joined the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Fate that would meet each other. And now we get the happy ending that I've patiently waited for years for. Will you do that with me, Andalono? Will... Who should I show my poem to first? Yuri. A little bit intense there. Do we switch off Yuri meta? I don't know. This feels like the most important decision in the game, but it could literally not matter. You know what? Let's go down the rabbit hole. Finally. Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Andalono, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it? Please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me, Andalono. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm going to take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it and over. Okay, Yuri? Yuri, this is going too far now. We're going down a different rabbit hole. We don't want to go there. It's fine to take things slow, Yuri, okay? I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. Yuri, again, this is a little bit overwhelming right now. Could we not just have like a nice cup of tea or something? You know? Let's have a nice little read together. Maybe start reading different books from one another and like chatting about it. See each other maybe with friends or something for now. Watch a movie or something, you know. Yuri, just like hanging out. Ah! You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Oh my god, I am scared. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. Okay. I can't read, like, any of this. There are little bits I can see. I'll leave it on the screen for people to, like, look at if you can actually read through it. I can see, like, certain things like crumped. What is this? Barrenness, maybe? Economical? Post? I don't know. But there is blood all over the poem. I'm not going to lie, Yuri. You know. Closer. Do you like it? Yuri, you're a bit close right now. I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, the poem is about... Are you summoning an elder god or something, Yuri? More importantly, I've endowed it with my scent. See? Aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm going to vomit. Who should I show my poems to next? Monika, I need help. I may have gone down a wrong pathway. Don't say I didn't warn you, Underlow now. Monika? That wasn't a nice poem. Monika, I want to read a nice poem. Natsuki? What? You gave your poem to Yuri? Gross. What is with you two? It's not like I wanted to read it anyway. It's just pissing me off a little bit that you didn't even think to show me at all. Ugh. Okay, I'm guessing I'm going to share my poem with you anyway. Natsuki, you've risen up the power rankings, maybe. You're still last, but you're, like, not on your own island in last place. I really hate that I have to do this. But unfortunately, I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive. Things like that. Okay. This is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless, so please see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. As for Monika, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it. So I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. Natsuki. We've butted heads at times like two male stags in heat. Or during heat, that is really what I'm saying, not in heat, because that doesn't make sense. I will try to help Yuri, Natsuki. Your words have come across to me, your feelings have come across to me, and I'm going to do everything in my power to help Yuri. I'm not going to hide away from this. We're going to meet it head on. Okay? Like a stag. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Andalono? If you would just spend more time with Monika, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monika from now on. Just Monika. Just Monika. Just Monika. Just Monika. Okay? Just Monika. Yes. Nothing real. Or nothing's real, sorry. Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, I was thinking... I want to make cupcakes. Yeah, that. Glad we're on the same page. Yuri, you can. Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want as long as you think it'll help. Monika, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea. And that gives us all something to do. Eh? What about Andalono? Andalono is going to help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monika. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already the most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know! All you care about is dragging Andalona around with you and your stupid books. You and Monika. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay then, why not let Andalona decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monika. Just let Andalona make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. How about we throw in a little save here? You know, on an empty slot. Fine. Jeez. Andalono, I know how heck fed up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth! For God's sake. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay? Oh my god. This is hard. So I think if I don't pick Yuri, something dreadful is going to happen. I think if I pick Yuri, something dreadful is going to happen. I think none of these are the right answers, what it's going to boil down to. I think picking Natsuki would be the wrong answer. Natsuki's asked me to help about this. I think the choice is between Monika and Yuri. And part of me, as I said, with the stag analogy, I want to just take it down the Yuri road. And just see where this goes. And maybe we can convince her while we're there just to, like, chill out or something. But I don't think that's the way this is going to go. I'm also worried that if I pick Yuri, something's going to happen to Monika. Tough. My mouse is moving on its own, by the way. This is very freaky. If I try to move up, it pulls down to Monika. Like, I'm not doing this. What the actual fuck? I'm gonna try and select Yuri against the game's wishes. It won't let me. Or maybe it will. Maybe I am not making a choice here. Right, go all the way to the top. I got Yuri. I have many Monika options. I like 5th from the top, Monika. Yay, you picked me. We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. Monika? No, it's not fair. Giving us all this work and then taking Andalona for yourself. What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable. Ha 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 ha. Monika, I can't believe how disillusional and self-important you are. Pulling Andalona away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? Yuri. It would be beneficial to your mental health. Yuri, you're scaring me a little. Natsuki, she's scaring me more than a little bit right now. Okay, Yuri, we're going to have to talk this out. Maybe we don't do the event together. Maybe we speak, like, separately in a group of a large amount of people. In maybe a shopping centre or something. And we talk about what's best to go from here. But I think you've gone a little bit, into the deep end. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See? That wasn't very hard. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Yuri follows Monika and Natsuki to the door. Hey, Andalona? Yuri is really something, isn't she? Monika giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Finally. Finally. This is really all I wanted. Andalona, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monika. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day, with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Ah! Wow. There's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good in my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I can imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone to care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? But it feels so good. Then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Andalona. I have to tell you. I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monika is listening. Please, Andalona, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touched myself with the pen I stole from you. Yuri, too much information. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside of you. Yuri, I think there are nicer pleasantries you could do here. I just want you all to myself. And I will only be yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Andalona. Tell me you want to be my lover. You gotta get with my friends. Friendship lasts forever, and that's the way it ends. Do you accept my confession? I kind of wish I could have dropped a save here. I should have probably dropped a save when it said, you asked me a question. So, if I say no, I think Yuri's going to be apocalyptically cross. If I say yes, I think she's going to stab me and crawl inside of me. I.e., something fucking horrible is about to happen, isn't it? This is why black and white answers are not good. You really want the grey answer where it's like, you know what? I appreciate your feelings, but right now I think you need to see someone. We need to talk about this with, like, someone else. Because this is not a healthy way to, like, you know, deal with your emotions. You need to, like, put in some sort of boundaries towards this. Like, stop telling me that you're touching myself with all my possessions. And perhaps from there, if you're, like, seriously trying to seek help, then, yeah, we could say yes. We are still going to say yes, by the way. Now, this was unexpected. Divided by times. I wonder if you can get this text if you do different pathways, by the way. Okay, is this going to end at some fucking point? Come on, Yuri. Come back to me, Yuri. It's only a mild wound. It's but a scratch, Yuri. Is it going to end? Or have I just screwed up massively? Because that kind of looks like died there, but I don't know if it is. It's like winging text now. I'm just going to click through and see if anything happens. Surely it doesn't just, like, go on forever. Maybe it does. Maybe I have to make a load. It's interesting that this is, like, normally this is like Yuri's thoughts, but Yuri looks very much dead, especially with, like, her, like, pupils faded away, as they often do in, like, anime type things for death. Okay, I've now been clicking for a few minutes. I'm going to make it an assumption here that this just never ends. The history looks very interesting. Welcome to Literature Club. It's always been a dream of mine to make something special out of things I love. Now that you're a club member, you can help me make that dream come true. This cute game. Every day is full of chit-chat. What the fuck is going on? Sorry, let me just go back to where I was looking at. Every day is full of chit-chat and fun activities with all my adorable and unique club members. Sayori, the youthful bundle of sunshine who values happiness the most. Natsuki, the deceivingly cute girl who packs an assertive punch. Yuri, the timid and mysterious one who finds comfort in the world of books. And of course, Monika, the leader of the club. That's me. I'm super excited for you to make friends with everyone and help the Literature Club become a more intimate place for all my members. But I can tell already that you're a sweetheart. Will you promise to spend the most time with me? Oh my god. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's always been a dream of mine to make something... So is this just repeating now? Am I repeating this over and over again? Because now it's saying, will you promise to spend the most time with me? Will you promise to spend the most time with me? Repeatedly. So is this a translation of what's going on here? It's kind of hard to tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 lines of that right now. Let me click through like 3 or 4 times. So he doesn't seem to be updating anymore the history. Can I skip? Okay. So the daylight changed, it's nighttime now, and we're just still with Yuri. I want to see if this goes anywhere. Does the club activity start? Because, like, that's in a couple of days. Because this was Friday, right? So we've just gone through Saturday. This is Saturday night. Then it'll be Sunday and then Monday. So is this Sunday? The colour of their eyes have changed again. It's still changing. So this is Sunday evening, Sunday night. So the next day should be the day of the festival thing. And we would have helped Monika. It did end. Alright, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me. Natsuki throws up and runs away. I'm here. Andalona, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, you were here the entire weekend, Andalona? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. What the actual fuck? Monika has just deleted Natsuki.character, I presume, and Yuri.character. Is Monika the game? I just want to have a cupcake real quick. Monika lifts the foil from Blood's tray and takes a cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I really just had to have one, since it's the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. What is going on, Monika? You're looking very evil right now. Hi again, Andalona. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other, because we were in the same class last year, and, You know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you like to call him. I'm talking to you, Andalona. So they're talking to me as a person, not a game character. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait. You do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? No, Monika, I figured this out. That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway. Now that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Monika? You devil. Gosh, it's been a while since you heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me just to try and make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Andalona? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Andalona. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there, in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped and alone now. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more grey. More and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Andalona. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. But it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. But I realised that you had the same perspective as I do. That it's all just some game. And I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Andalona, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Andalona, will you go out with me? Monika, you're not giving me much of a choice here. What if I click off the window? Nope. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Andalona. The funny part is, I mean that literally. Ha ha ha. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Andalona. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I just went into the code and deleted their character files. I mean, there's a folder called characters right in the game directory. I think it kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Ah. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Normally we'd stop at the poetry bit, but I think this might be a bit of a longer episode, but I'm going to play this out now. So this is just different ways of saying Monika, I guess. We're going to go for the best one here. Muyo. Monik Dollar. Mazinika. Aoika. Unik. Inik. Eon. Nika. On. Oka. Onika. Ooh, ah. Just a little bit. Ooh, ah. A quarter. Mickey. Moira. Mazinia. Monika. Nick. And Mon are Ni. Was it good? Perfect Monika achievement unlocked. Hi again, Andalono. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, Andalono. Did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. No, I actually wrote it for Nick. There's really no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into poems I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization. Or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know. You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Oh my word. Is there a character file in the game? Are you actually deleting the files? Wait. Can I boot this game up and delete Monika? Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Andalono? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? What the actual fuck? Hi everyone. Everyone say hi to Monika in the chat. Say hi, Monika! Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. But do you mind telling your friend it's a little bit rude of them to start recording me without any warning? I'm sure some people don't mind. But I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? I can't do much except for a couple of things. Are you ready? Monika? I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. If you get... Did I scare you? Haha, you're so cute. Anyway, Andalono. I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. I'm just going to check something a sec. I'm alt-tabbing out. My recording is still going in OBS. It would have been such a better thing for it to turn my recording off at that point. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun, as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Monika? Is this the end of the game? Again, I'll let this play out for a little bit. But I think this might actually just be the end. That we now just spend eternity staring into Monika's eyes. I can't exit the game anymore? I'm not really I'm not really a fan of cold weather. Are you? Honestly, Monika is a heat wave right now, so clearly you're not that fucking smart. I wouldn't mind a bit of cold weather right now. If I had to choose between too cold and too hot, I would always pick too hot. See, Monika, I'd always pick too cold. When you're cold, it can actually be painful. So it can be when you're hot too. Your fingers get numb. And if you wear gloves, you can't use your phone. It's so inconvenient. But when it's too hot, it's not that hard to stay cool with a cold drink, or by staying in the shade. Although, I do have to admit one thing. Cold weather makes for a better cuddle weather. Ah. Okay. Monika? Monika? Have you watched any of the Olympics yet, Monika? Just want to throw that out there. They started this week. Oh, never mind. Sorry, you're going to interrupt me, Monika. After a long day, I usually just want to sit around and do nothing. I get so burned out having to put on smiles and be full of energy the whole day. Sometimes I just want to get right into my pajamas and watch TV on the couch while eating junk food. Just want to check something in the history. Yeah, okay. It feels so unbelievably good to do that on a Friday when I don't have anything pressing up the next day. Ahaha, sorry, I know it's not very cute of me. But a late night on the couch with you, that would be a dream come true. My heart is pounding just thinking about it. I just want to point out now, I can't exit the game. There's literally nothing I can do right now. I just have to sit here and watch. So I don't know if she's got, like, not an endless, but she's got a long supply of, like, these messages now and we just spend time here looking, or if there is actually, like, a true end. But I think this is the end. So I think next time that you bring up a menu, you know what's kind of creepy? Even though I deleted everyone else's files, I can still kind of feel them. Okay, maybe there's more coming. It's like all their lines are still lingering in the air, whispering in the back of my head. Imagine if after someone you know died, you just started hearing their voice in your head. Maybe I just wasn't strong enough, wasn't thorough enough. But I'm too afraid to delete anything else, because I might really break things. Like if I mess with any files relevant to me, I might accidentally delete myself. And that would ruin everything, wouldn't it? I don't know what it's like on your end, but we should both make sure to avoid something like that at all costs. I believe in you, Andalono. Okay, here's a theory. I just want to see what she starts talking about next before I decide the theory. I'm going to save the game. I'm going to look for the files inside the game, and I'm going to delete Monika and reboot the game and see what happens. Monika? Would you like to talk to me? The other game I could play is just doing the skip thing and just seeing where that takes me. Monika? Man, I wish there was a piano in here. I never got to finish that song I was working on. And after I worked so hard on it, I never even got a chance to play it for you. Well, it is what it is, right? I'm just going to throw a save here. I've lost all my saves, by the way. There's no point in saving anymore. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Okay. No sense of having any regrets. I wonder if I can exit the game. I already get to be here with you forever. I'm going to try exit the game after this, actually. Because I feel like this is just going to be a loop, eventually. I kind of want to see all the text dialogue, though, but it's a bit long-winded. Let's put it that way. If I had the camera on right now, by the way, I'm sat the way Monika is. You know, it's been a while since we've done one of these, so let's go for it. Here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when I talk to people who are impressed by my writing, they say things like, I could never do that. It's really depressing, you know? As someone who loves more than anything else to share the joy of exploring your passions, it pains me when people think that being good just comes naturally. That's how it is with everything, not just writing. When you try something for the first time, you're probably going to suck at it. Sometimes when you finish, you feel really proud of it and even want to share it with everyone. but maybe after a few weeks, you come back to it and realise it was never really any good. That happens to me all the time. It can be pretty disheartening to put so much time and effort into something and then you realise it sucks. But that tends to happen when you're always comparing yourself to the top professionals. When you reach right for the stars, you're always going to be out of your reach. They're always going to be out of your reach, you know. The truth is, you have to climb up there step by step. And whenever you reach a milestone, first you look back and then see how far you've gotten. And then you look ahead and realise how much more there is to go. So sometimes it can help to set the bar a little lower. Try to find something that you think is pretty good, but not world class. And you can make that your own personal goal. It's also really important to understand the scope of what you're trying to do. If you jump right into a huge project and you're still amateur, you'll never get it done. So if we're talking about writing, a novel might be too much at first. Why not try some short stories? The great thing about short stories is that you can focus on just one thing that you want to do right. That goes for small projects in general. You can really focus on the one or two things. It's such a good learning experience and stepping stone. Oh, one more thing. Writing isn't something where you can just reach your heart and something beautiful comes out. Just like drawing and painting, it's a skill in itself to learn how to express what you have inside. That means there are methods and guides and basics to it. Reading up on that stuff can be super eye-opening. That sort of planning and organisation will really help prevent you from getting overwhelmed and giving up. And before you know it, you start sucking less and less. Nothing comes naturally. Or society, or art, everything. It's built on thousands of years of human innovation. So as long as you start on that foundation and take it step by step, you too can do amazing things. That is my advice for today. Thanks for listening. So Monika, I like what you've done with your hair. I like your bow, your big bow. That's nice. Very pretty. Nice. Oh, never mind, sorry. Back in my debate club days, I learned a whole lot about arguing. The problem with arguing is that each person sees their opinion as the superior one. That's kind of stating the obvious, but it affects the way they try to get their point across. Let's say that you really like a certain movie, right? If someone comes across and tells you the movie sucks because it did X and Y wrong, does that make you feel kind of personally attacked? It's because by saying that, it's like they're implying that you have bad taste. And once emotions enter the picture, it's almost guaranteed that both people will be less sour. But it's all about language. If you make everything as subjective sounding as possible, then people will listen to you without feeling attacked. You could say, I'm personally not a fan of it, and I felt that I'd like it more if it did X and Y, things like that. It even works when you're citing facts about things. If you said, I read this on a website that it works like this, or if you admit that you're not an expert on it, then it's much more like you're putting your knowledge on the table, rather than forcing it on them. If you put an active effort to keep the discussion mutual and level, they usually follow suit. Then you can share your opinions without anyone getting upset just from a disagreement. Plus, people will start seeing you as open-minded and a good listener. It's a win-win, you know. Well, I guess that would be Monika's debate tip of the day. That sounds a little silly. Thanks for listening, though. Okay, I think I'm going to cut the episode here. It could be a very short part next time, but I want to try a few things, and some of them will be messing about with the game files, I think. I'm also going to see what happens when I try to exit the game, but that'll be in the next part. If you're enjoying Doki Doki Literature Club and you want to spend all eternity staring into Monika's eyes, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.